Having the best settings in Valorant not only helps you to get the most FPS out of the game, but also it will help you to improve your gameplay and land your headshots much better. By having the perfect settings, your gameplay will be much smoother, better, without any input lag, less latency, and much more. My name is Kip, and in this video, I'm going to show you the best and perfect ultimate settings for Valorant in the year 2025. Let's not waste time and head right into the video. This is also my first time using a camera for my videos, so I hope you guys enjoy it and support me for further and more videos. Thank you. Okay guys, let's start from the beginning, from the first tab, which is the match tab. Pretty much there's nothing really special here. The only thing that I'm gonna tell you to turn it on is mute all enemy text chat, okay? Well, in some matches we have some really toxic and trash talker enemies, and it's really good to have this ticked on, so if they type anything they in the chat, in the all chat, because it's their only way to communicate with you, they might go on your nerves and you might just rage quit or something. It happens a lot, so I recommend you guys to just tick this mute all enemy text chat, so when the enemy writes anything in the all chat, you won't see it and you won't receive it. On the next tab, which is general tab, okay, let's see what's important here. Well, first of all, enemy highlight color. By default, it's on red, but I recommend you guys to switch it to purple or yellow. It really is a preference, it depends on you. Try both and switch to one of the purple or yellow. They're much better than red one actually, but you have to try all of them and see which one fits you. Well, for sensitivity and other senses like ADS, it requires a whole other video to explain about what's a good sense, how to find your perfect sense, so we won't talk about it right now. Invert mouse should be off, of course, and make sure that raw input buffer, guys, it's on, okay? Raw input buffer is really important. It's kind of a new feature, not that new. It's been out for, I guess, maybe a year, I'm not sure, but some people tend to forget to turn this on, but I guess by default it's on. Just make sure it's on. Well, what raw input buffer actually does is that it reduces the input latency, which helps you to land your shots much better. So make sure that you turn it on. On to the next one, which is map. For rotation of the map, I prefer it to be rotate. Some people say to put it on fixed. I recommend you guys to try both. You know, when you put it on rotate, look at the minimap on the left side of my screen. When I rotate, when I turn, it also turns. I prefer it this way. If you put it on fixed like this, the minimap will stay fixed. As you can see, it's not rotating at all. Only my character icon on the minimap is rotating, not the minimap itself. But I prefer on like rotate. Try both and see which one is better for you. Okay guys, the next one is keep player centered. If you put this on, it will focus more on your icon on the minimap. As you can see, I can't see some of the parts of A. Actually, hell no, just I can't see the A side at all. It only focuses on my icon on the minimap. However, if you put it on off, as you can see, I have the view of the whole minimap, and I can easily see what's going on and what my teammates are doing. So it's better to just set it on the keep player centered off. Off is much better, so you can see the whole minimap. Well, the next one is minimap size and minimap zoom. Well, you can increase it or decrease it, depends on you. I don't want the minimap to, you know, cover half of my screen, so I decreased it a little bit. so I can focus more on my aim battles, aim duels, and what's going on around me. Also, the size of it is kind of good, so I can see what's going on the minimap and what my teammates are doing. And the minimap zoom is just like the zoom of minimap. If I decrease it, as you can see, it became so small. I barely can. I can see everything actually, but it's like so small I can't see the details. And if you increase it, like I put it on 1, well, it becomes much bigger. But I prefer it around like here. No, actually a bit more. Around here, I guess. Maybe actually a bit more. Yeah. And this one was like this. Yeah, this is actually the best size for me. You have to play with these settings a little bit and see uh, which one is better for you. Okay, guys, still on the map section, the next one is actually really important. Minimap vision cones, okay? If you put this minimap vision cones on, if you look at my character on the minimap, which is Viper, you can see that it's showing the angles that I'm looking at. Like right now I'm looking here and here. As you can see, it's showing where I'm looking at, okay? But if you put this off, it won't show that where am I looking at. So you might ask, why is this useful? Well, in most of the games that your teammates don't talk or you can't just communicate with your teammates, if you have if you have this minimap vision cones on the minimap you can see what your teammates are watching, which angle are watching, and what they are holding, which is really useful. Even if they don't talk, you can get some information out of them. So I recommend to put this on. There's no point in putting it off, just put it on. You have to, I'm forcing you to. Well, the next one is show map region names. Put it on always. But as you can see, if you put it on always and I press M, which brings up the map, it will show me the callouts. Like here is tree, here is A side. Here we call it rafters. I can't ping it anymore. Rafters or heaven. Vine here, which is a really important callout. Boathouse in B. You have to know some of these names. Like market. You're in ascent right now, so the ascent is currently out of the rotation, but it will come back soon in the next patches. You have to know most of these callouts because it will help you to give information and receive information easily in your ranked games. So always put it on always. Well, the last tab on the general is called other, and some of the settings here are actually pretty good and can affect your gameplay. Guys, the next one is actually really important, but amazingly most of the players don't know that this actually exists. It's called network buffering, and what it does is it smoothes the enemy's movement, and it's really important which of this minimum, moderate, or maximum you choose. I tried all of them, and well, the best one for me was moderate. You know, when I put it on maximum, my ping used to go high unexpectedly, and I used to lag a lot. And on minimum, I was just like not feeling really good. Like I was missing some shots unexpectedly. However, on moderate, I guess it is the best one for me, and I recommend you guys to just put it on moderate. My ping doesn't spike that much anymore, the players' movement are smooth, and I can land shots much better. I prefer to put it on moderate. You guys also should do it, but also try minimum and maximum for yourself, because it really depends on your internet. Like my ping is 40. If you have a less ping, like 20 or something, I guess maximum should be the best one. If you have a higher ping, like 70 or 80, minimum should be the best choice for you. Okay, guys, the next one is show bullet traces. This one is important. When you put it on, as you can see, I can see my bullet traces. The bullet comes out of my weapon. I can see them easily. As you can see, this is the Vandal, this is the Phantom, this is the Guardian. You can see the bullets easily. If you turn them off, you can't see the bullets. As you can see, no bullets. Can't see them. Some people say that if you turn it off, you can actually focus on your crosshair much better, and it's actually right. I tried it in my comp games. I turned it off, and I could see that my accuracy was much better in some situations. I could one tap easier, but however, there's a downside to turning bullet show traces off. If you turn them off, you can't see. For example, if you want to spray someone or spray through smoke, you can't actually see where your bullets are going, which is really annoying. Let me show you in game. For example, there's a smoke here, and you want to spray through it. As you can see, I can't see my bullets. I don't know where they are going, which is really annoying. And it's a downside of turning it off. So I prefer to turn it on, so I can see where am I spraying, as you can see with Vandal. Now, right now I can see where my bullets are going. With Phantom, even with Phantom I can see. But if it's turned off, you can't see anything. If you're one of those players who spray a lot, spam a lot through smokes, I recommend you to just turn it on, don't turn it off. But if you prefer to go for one taps, clean headshots, turn it off and enjoy one taps. Well, we are done with Generals tab. Let's head to the Video tab, which is the most important part of this video. First of all, guys, for the display mode, make sure to put it on full screen. I put it on windowed full screen right now because I'm recording a video. You should just put it on full screen, it's the best one. And for the resolution, just put it on 1920 1080. If you have a bigger monitor, we'll just set it on your monitor's resolution. However, if you want to play stretched resolutions, well, yeah, you can change it to whatever you want. Otherwise, just put it on the default. Aspect ratio doesn't matter unless you want to play stretch resolution. Now the next one, these limit and max FPSs, just turn all of them off. The last one on this tab is really important. It is called Nvidia Reflex low latency. Make sure it's on or on plus boost. You might ask, what does this Nvidia Reflex low latency do? Well, to explain it briefly, Nvidia Reflex low latency decreases the input lag and latency in your game, which will make your game faster, smoother, and it will make your shots register and land much better. So it depends on your graphics card and your system specs actually. For me, it works better on, but if you have a better system, a modern one, put it on plus boost. But for me, it's on is much better. Try both and see which one is better and put it on that one. So this was it for the general tab. In the video tab, let's go to the graphics quality, which is really important. Multi-threaded rendering, make sure it's on. Material quality, low, so we get the most FPS we can out of the game. Texture quality, low. Detail quality, this one is really important. Detail quality, it always has to be low. You can put the texture quality on medium or material quality on medium, doesn't matter if you want to play the game with better graphics, but remember to always put the detail quality low. Why? Let me show you. Right now I'm playing Viper, for example. This is the Viper's wall. Let's compare the Viper wall when the detail quality is low and when the detail quality is high. So right now the detail quality is low, as you can see. I'll turn on the Viper wall. As you can see, it's a simple wall with no unnecessary effects. Now let's see the Viper wall when the detail quality is high. Now right now, as you can see, I put the detail quality on high. I hope that my system doesn't burn out. Okay. Now I will turn on the Viper wall. As you can see, there is a lot of unnecessary details about this wall right now. Look at this smoke next to the wall. It decreases the vision. And it will also reduces your FPS in game. with this unnecessary details that nobody asked for. So just remember to put this on low. As you can see on low, well, I have to reset it. Let me show you on low again. As you can see, it's a completely simple wall. UI quality, well, put it on low, doesn't matter. This one also off, VSync also off. If you put VSync on, the FPS of the game will match the refresh rate of your monitor. If your monitor is 60 Hz, the FPS will stay on 60 Hz. If it's 100, it will stay on 100. The next one is anti-aliasing. I used to put it on none, so get the most FPS out of the game, but recently I tried it on MSAA 4X, and not only doesn't affect FPS that much, but also the game is in a much better shape for me. As you can see, I'm getting around 200 FPS right now with my potato system, and also the enemies, the quality of the enemies are much better when you put the anti-aliasing on MSA 2X or 4X. Or if you have a very potato PC, just put it on MSA. Try to put it on MSA 2X so you have that smoothness. Well, the next one, anti-stropic filtering. I put it on 8X. Some people put it on 4X. I prefer it on 8X. Well, the next one, improve clarity, put it on off. The next one is experimental sharpening, currently on beta version. What it does is pretty simple. If you turn it on, it will generate some black outlines on your character's hand, on the map. The game becomes much more visible. Let me show you in game. Right now it's off. When it's off, you can see the game, how the game looks like when it's off. It's kind of blurry, I guess. And when you turn it on, as you can see, the black outlines become much more. And well, the game is actually a bit more visible for me right now. I mean, it's a lot better, but it depends on you. See which one you like. I prefer it on, and see which one works for you. Okay, guys, the next one, where were we? It was Bloom. In the video tab, graphics quality, Bloom. When bloom is turned off, let me show you in game. When bloom is turned off, these are like just normal bots without any shining element. However, if you put bloom on, as you can see, they are a bit shining, and like the brightness will go up and you can see them much better. This is turned on, this is turned off. We can compare it easily. You know, the eyes of the bots are shining. It also is the same in game. As you can see, like this light here, when bloom is turned on, it's really bright, and when I turn it off, you know, it's not. And it's the same thing in game. When you turn bloom on, the enemies will be brighter than usual, so it helps you to spot enemies maybe in smoke, or when you're in the Reyna ult, or just generally spot enemies much easier. So just put it on. The next one, distortion, doesn't matter off. Cast shadows, well, we don't want shadows in our game. What the fuck, unnecessary. Well, in the last tab, stats tab, I prefer to put client FPS on text only, and put on network here network RTT to text only, and packet loss on text only, so I can see how much FPS I'm getting. If it decreases, I'm going to check my system if something is wrong and fix it. How much ping I'm getting, right now it's around 50. I don't know why it's 50, it should be 45. And the packet loss, which is really important to see why I'm lagging. If you have a terrible internet like me, I recommend you to the network RTT, which is basically the ping, and your packet loss on text only to see how's your internet doing. But if you have a fine internet which works perfectly, doesn't matter, you can just hide them and get rid of the unnecessary texts on top of your monitor. Well, on the audio tab, on sounds, I prefer to turn down the main volume a little bit, around 70% to 80%. Sound effects are really important. Sound effects are the gun switches, reload sounds, footsteps, ability usage. All of them are in sound effects. Okay, make sure that it's more than 80%. Well, that was it, guys, for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this new updated settings for the year 2025. Make sure to drop a like button and subscribe my channel if this video helped you, and I hope so that it helped you. Once again, thanks for watching, and I see you in my next videos.